Iron Giant at the start was like a very clear menace. There's been other characters that have been predominant, like we've seen a lot of Wonder Woman. As of recent, we see a lot of Steven, things like that. But in beta, you could, if you went into a tournament, you could see like 80% Velma for like the first 4 months of the game. You don't really see things to that extent anymore, so it's nice seeing a lot of other characters brought out. There are still metas here and there, you know, obviously things are going to come and go. But it's nice seeing a lot of characters that didn't have a chance before have a chance to shine to a bigger extent now, such as Black Adam, who in beta was kind of bad, but now he's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think I was reading through some of the patch notes. I remember one of the oddities that stuck out to me was that Wonder Woman's hitbox was sized up just a bit too big, but looking at some of the action with Wonder Woman recently, it feels like that hasn't really made a difference in gameplay. It's more just been about mindset and how to best take advantage of space as we're going into the first of the specified between Jungle and Fire and Twitch Muah and Osana, aka FirePZ.
All right. So one big thing you're going to be seeing in this specific matchup right away is Black Adam is a slower tank. He will be setting up the big bubble, as you saw at the start, to try to prevent a lot of the projectiles from Morty, because that bubble destroys projectiles. He can also down tilt across the stage to threaten things against teams that try to zone him. And basically, he's just going to be trying to force people to approach him while doing as much damage as possible and also just being super survivable. Jungle, we're going to be seeing probably play the more offensive role, as we see here. He comes in with the landing there into dash attack onto the Steven, try to get something big going. And right now, it's going pretty back and forth. But the thing is blue team has a lot more weight to them. Going even in damage is not really favorable for the Morty Steven comp.
Yeah, that's fascinating to see, as Morty's going to hit 106 and Jungle's going to be able to get a knockout on Morty. He just nice little side neutral, able to force out. And instead, we're going to have Morty trying to take back that space, coming back in. But looking back at, actually it's 1-1 now. I just realized Jungle got dropped earlier. My apologies on that one. And now it's 2-1 in favor of the blue as Steven comes back in. Looks like FirePZ is struggling to overcome the Black Adam tank in the moment as Fire is taking his space.
This is what I was saying. So FirePZ, in my opinion, is probably the best backline doubles player in the entire game right now. He is impossible to hunt down. He is very, very strong at just playing the game where he just forces you out of whiff, gets a punish on it, or you just like, there you can see him double side special through you. He just knows what you're going to be doing to try to hunt him down. And he's always good at avoiding specifically what you're trying to do to him and then hitting you for trying. So right now we can see we're 2 minutes into this game. He's still holding on to his first stock. They finally managed to find the first kill at 150. And while Jungle loses his second, and they're technically down a stock here, this is such a good position for the blue team. They just need to get the final blow on both the people on red right now. Nair from Black Adam going to force them both to the side, although Muah is doing a good job at stuffing them back. Muah and FirePZ getting some damage onto Jungle. This 3 stacks of weaken, racking up, putting Wonder Woman at 2% where they can actually maybe bring this game back if they can find the killing blow on her. The dirt into up air, and they do! Jungle just got so aggressive that last stock, and he took so much damage, and he just got blown up for it.
Oh no. As Red Team able to make an impressive comeback, I really thought that Fire was going to block out and edgeguard Muah that entire final few moments of the round, but seeing Red Team able to come back fairly quickly just because FirePZ was playing so aggressive and getting caught in the mix the entire time, that has to be so frustrating for them in that game. So hopefully Jungle and FirePZ will be able to regain and regather. Going back to what you're saying about Black Adam, I want to see a bit more of that backline defense, just being able to set up and support, trying to allow Jungle to take up more space as Jungle's able to get that edge guard. Can't get Muah knocked down though in that moment. Doesn't even get damage off on Muah.
This is looking like a lot better for the red team this start around. Last time they kind of got blown up by Jungle right at the start. This time they're kind of doing, they're doing a decent enough job at trading out damage. But it's not, they're able to, blue team was able to even it up. And right now they're trying to get this pressure going on the right side of the stage. The Black Adam forward air off of the up tilt will be in a spot to kill that Morty. FirePZ trying to make something happen, throwing these shields right outside the range of the bubble. So they don't lose the shield, but it's not really going to block Jungle from doing anything aggressive right now. And I mean, they're just keeping the pressure up right now. FirePZ only at 50%, trying to force this Morty off stage, rack up a bit of extra damage before Jungle goes down. How much extra credit are they going to find? Off special into the Steven shield, into the Black Adam Slayer. Both people going down. But right now it's like full stock lead for the blue team, and this is a really good lead to have. Oh man, the up special pressure from Jungle. Just the damage over and over and over again. Running FirePZ completely out of dodges, out of resources. Double Slayer, pressure him in the corner. There's nowhere for him to go. No escape, 60% kill. And this is, I mean, it started pretty good for FirePZ this game. But Jungle's just starting to run away with it. He's just catching every single dodge off stage. We've seen him catch the dodge there on the left to kill Muah. We saw him catch 2 dodges on the right to kill FirePZ earlier. And just Jungle.
Love can truly save the world.
Jungle able to stand up and basically able to shut down any kind of dodge, just being able to get a smart read on Muah and FirePZ. So going into the next match, it's now tied 1-1. We're basically in a best of 3 territory. What would be the strategy for Rick and Steve, Morty and Steven to bring the focus back onto them to basically try to bring this game back under control? Because Jungle and FirePZ took that loss in game 1, but it felt like they brought it back under focus because they had a game plan by the end of that match.
I need to see more teammate support. This is what it's boiling down to. Jungle gets in on one of the 2 players on red team. He does 60. He keeps the combo going. He keeps the pressure up. There's not enough help from the teammate. He's never been swatted away. So like right now we see them both get an opening over here. Jungle's going to keep this pressure up on the left. We finally see FirePZ get like there, right? We see FirePZ get a little bit of help, goes back, swats Jungle away once. That lets Muah get a double Slayer on both of them. And that's what we need to be seeing if we want to see them win this set. We just need to not let them see Jungle run away with things. Right now they're getting a big combo going on to FirePZ. It's a lot of damage. Kind of just forcing. See, now they're doing a lot better grouping up this time around. We have Muah and FirePZ both running over to the left to try to keep this pressure going on FirePZ. Nair from Steven going to rack up enough damage to where Black Adam, if he gets caught by anything strong right now, he will go down. They're just going to be out from Morty, trying to get this confirm into an up air. All right, but Jungle on the left trying to get something onto Muah, but FirePZ actually still manages to find the first kill, despite the damage lead for red. Nair from Black Adam.
Ooh, Jungle just caught a little bit on that edge, but able to break through. Tries to get Muah on the backswing, trying to get behind, but cannot do so. Instead, up air by FirePZ. It's going to knock out Jungle, and that's going to tie up the stocks 1-1 so far, but big damage on the side of Muah and on FirePZ. Both players need to play a little bit more protective, even with that tie. Hopefully FirePZ can find some space in the moment, but not going to be able to do so. Muah knocked out of the game. Now it's 2-1.
They did such a good job at racking up damage onto FirePZ early in this game. He was the first person in the game to get over 100%, but they just never found the killing blow. A dirt into up air kill from Morty will finally seal it. But FirePZ finally gets onto his last stock, and they still have 2 stocks to take here. Wonder Woman's at death percent, but they need to get some damage onto FirePZ somehow, some way here. But right now, Muah also needs to be the one to stay alive. He can't be the one throwing away his life for it. And a nice little bit of a rewind. Make sure Steven doesn't lose his life there. FirePZ has a little bit of extra life to play with. And now here's the question. Do you want to go for FirePZ? Is he going to be too hard to get? Do you go for Muah instead? Because you only need to take the one. But, oh man, just the Nair sends him off stage. Able to get back to stage with the UFO help right now. They're getting damage onto Jungle once again. Jungle's doing the same thing we saw game 1, where they only are on their last stock. He needs to make sure he stays alive, but he's taking so much extra. The dirt sends him up to the side, but he isn't dead. That's going to be a neutral attack from Wonder Woman, and with the stacks of weaken from center stage, that's going to be enough.
They dove in on Muah, just finding this opportunity again and again. And Jungle, Wonder Woman just being absolutely pressured the entire time, just really struggling to try and find space. FirePZ getting caught up in the mix that entire final moments of game 3, and yet Jungle able to come in, provide that assist, pushes out Muah all the way to the side, and then finally gets a side charge neutral just to send away. Fantastic work from Jungle and FirePZ, able to swing this game back, Mirror.
And that's, I mean, it's kind of surprising to me that I'm surprised Jungle did the same thing he did game 1, where they were super up, they were in a really good position to win, and then he kind of just jumps in and takes 100 damage. It's something you got to be careful of. I'm thinking that if they continue to make that mistake, they didn't lose that game for it, thankfully. But it's really just a bad spot to be putting yourself in. What I also need to see from the side of Muah and FirePZ is I need to see them actually get the final blow on FirePZ. FirePZ lived at 140% for over 30 seconds that game. You need to be able to find that hit somehow, some way. Low resources on the side of the Steven right now. Rewind's forced off the bat in the first 20 seconds of the game. Oh man, this is not a great start for the red team.
Yeah, just a lot of cooldown on Muah's side as feels bad, but FirePZ already up at 112 currently, breaking through even further. FirePZ able to find some space now. It's on the edge. It's going to dodge, tries to push Muah out, has a chance, gets the kill. That's going to be another knockout in their favor. Blue team taking the momentum here as FirePZ's trying to fight for his life right now, trying to slow down that push from Jungle and FirePZ.
It's not really working in their favor at the moment. FirePZ is going to lose his life. Muah is stuck in burnout at the edge right now. He's able to make it back to center stage, and he tries to use the grenades to protect himself a bit, but a well-placed lightning grab from FirePZ is going to keep himself safe. But right now, it's just how much extra credit can the blue team find. They're both still on their first stocks. They are racking up tons of damage on the Steven, tons of damage on the Morty. All the shields from Steven are gone. It's just hit after hit after hit after hit. They cannot find these kills onto the blue team. Dash attack from Black Adam going to force them both off to the right. The full charge down tilt from Wonder Woman. She's blocked enough projectiles for the meter to be full. I mean, they do manage to find both the kills, but Muah's at death percent right now, and both the people at blue are still at 0.
Yeah, it feels like blue kind of has this mind game going through, just able to lock down and prevent red from being able to find any kind of forward momentum. There's this bit of disjunction on the side of red, and it's providing Muah and it's forcing Muah and FirePZ to try to edge guard a little bit more. FirePZ trying to take down Jungle, but Jungle's just playing around the entire time. Muah tries to get back on the edge. Jungle's just 2v1 in the moment, trying to lock them down on that side, giving FirePZ plenty of time and space to recharge and try to take chances, but getting closer and closer to getting at least one more knockback in favor of red. I don't know if they're going to be able to break through as Muah has to step back, using the ship to come back up onto landing, but that's not going to be enough as Jungle and FirePZ get the final knockout.
And even though Muah and FirePZ were able to get on the board there with 1, I'm gonna be honest with you, that felt like a very convincing 3-1. The first game that they were able to take almost felt like the only reason they got it is because Jungle made an absolutely horrible mistake on the final stock, and every other game from then on was just so clean for Jungle and FirePZ. They were just able to live so much longer, find the kills so much earlier. It feels like they got more off of every opening damage-wise. They were just playing very well.